Arizona. Well, got a lot of thoughts about Arizona. It's nice. It's quite nice. Like the Grand Canyon's pretty cool. It's good to see, and it's quite pretty. Sedona's lovely. Flagstaff looked like a town I could probably live in pretty easily. Um, but it does have some drawbacks. Some interesting things. Like it's quite busy. And I guess it's a long weekend, so that probably adds to the busyness, and the weather's quite nice, so that probably adds to it. But it's been very heavy traffic the whole time I've been here, and everything is kind of overpriced. Like a lot of even food staples are like Canadian prices, but in American dollars. So yeah, a little pricey as far as that's concerned. I mean, there's less tax, so I mean that's noticeable, but still quite high on the price list. I drove through, well, years ago. I used to look at lots for sale in Arizona, and some of these lots are like $2,000, $3,000 for half an acre and up, right? Like it's not hard to find $10,000 for 2 or 3 acres even. And I drove through one of these areas coming out of the Grand Canyon the other day, and oh, you couldn't give me one of those lots right now. it is it is very depressed. It's like purchasing in Hazelton. For those of you who know up north, I mean Hazelton's nice, but there's really nothing going on there. And it's the same thing with these lots. There's plenty of lots and lots of people are there, but it's very depressed and run down. And yeah, you couldn't give me one of those lots. So I'm glad I saw it for that reason. Sedona. I really had my heart set on coming here, and its beauty does not disappoint. It is quite nice. There's no doubt about that. But it is a place that has been kind of overrun by hippie capitalists, and unfortunately, that, in my opinion, has ruined the place. Um, High prices. Everyone wants a buck for something. Everything seems really tacky. Everything is private property, and it's quite busy. Like I'm talking, it's been bumper to bumper coming into town, and then just driving around today, and that's okay. Like I can put up with busyness. I get it. It's a pretty popular place, so it's gonna be busy. The thing that kind of pushed me over the edge with Sedona is they want to charge you to walk just about every trail here. And for me, that's too much. Uh, I've never paid to hike anything ever, and to pay $12 just to hike a 2 mile trail seems kind of stupid to me. It's not something that I'm really into. So what else to say? I wanted something positive. Like it is a nice place, and if you're prepared to experience the busyness and you don't mind paying the high prices for things and for going for the hikes and stuff, then yeah, highly recommend to come here. It's gorgeous, but for me, that just kind of ruined the vibe, so to speak. And another thing I noticed too is like it's kind of a spiritual retreat sort of place, and there's so many people coming here with all these weird intentions that I feel like the energy of the place is quite off. Like, I tend to notice that a little bit. I can tell what's going on, and to me, it just seemed like the energy was really weird here, and just not something I enjoyed. So, keep all that in mind if you decide to come here. It is nice. It's probably worth it on some level, but not so much for this character. Glad I came, but we'll move on to the next adventure. All right, guys, you have a great day. Hey, guys, here we are in Jerome, Arizona. Moved on from Sedona, and not really sure where we're going to make it today, But this is a sweet little town, old mining town on a hill. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure where we're gonna make it today. I'm gonna stop in Prescott and kind of take an evaluation of things, make a couple phone calls, and then maybe I'm kind of thinking about heading to Lake Havasu, which is right on the border of Arizona and California. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'll keep you updated. Well, here we are, Peoples Valley, Arizona. Kind of cool. Sorry about the wind. Hopefully you can hear me. Just had to pay for my first big expenditure. Gonna replace the tires, chain, and sprockets on the bike before heading into Mexico. So I figure it'll be a lot easier to do it here in the States than it will be in a country foreign with stuff that's completely worn out. And the good thing is, if I just do the chain and sprockets now, I could potentially get another 20,000 kilometers on it. So that would be the rest of the trip. So yeah, bummer. You got to spend some money every once in a while, but at the same time, it will go a really long way in keeping everything maintained and running well, which I think is very important. It keeps the smiles for miles count going up. So, anyways, there's an update. We are going to head to Lake Havasu tonight. I kind of want to be close to the water, so that should be a good thing. One thing I'm really learning about this whole desert experience, glad I came and saw it. Like, I have no regrets whatsoever. But I definitely like being closer to the water. That's I don't think I've ever been away from a body of water for this long. Like, I've always lived close to a lake or a river. Like, I'm talking within 5 minutes close, and here there's just not a lot of water. So desert life is very cool, but I don't know if I would really want to live in the desert. But that's just me. Anyways, guys and girls, you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you at Lake Havasu. Well, here we are, Lake Havasu and the Cattail State Park. This side is Arizona, and the side you can see off in the distance is California. Pretty awesome. It's 38 degrees. It's only going down to, I think, 20 degrees tonight, so pretty stoked on that. It's sure nice to be this warm this time of year. I mean, I was expecting it, but it's still such a treat. I really can't complain at all. Very nice to be near the water. You can just catch the tail of a sunset over there. Pretty sweet. Definitely Arizona's redeeming itself right now with this place. I'm pretty stoked all around. It's very much desert, cactuses, you name it. But here they've got this nice water oasis. It's pretty cool. Kind of realized some things today, which was fun. You know, I've always dreamt about seeing the desert, and mission accomplished, I would say. And I like it. There's a lot of cool things about the desert and lots of neat sights to see, but I definitely like the water. That's for sure. And no matter what I do moving forward, water will definitely play a large part in that. I got to be close to it. I got to be near it. I need to be able to dunk myself in it on a regular basis. The last, 12 days, I really haven't been near water at all. And for me, that's like a first. In British Columbia and even Ontario, I've always been 5 minutes away, able to get in the water really quickly. And without that, I really missed it. I like the water. I need it around on a regular basis. So yeah, that was pretty good realization, I guess you could say. Saw the hot air balloons in Sedona. Definitely a sight to see. And yeah, I guess if you haven't figured it out, this is day 12, and I've finally succumbed and paid for camping, which is a pretty nice treat. You know, it's you got the hot showers right there, a little table. Really not worried about anything while you're here. Not like I've been worried thus far, but you know, it's a very safe little spot in the world. Very quiet, which is nice. So, pretty happy camper, I guess you could say. Yeah, trip's going well. You know, you have your moments where was that a little bat? I think so. You have your moments where you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But then it comes around and you feel good about what you're doing again. So, pretty happy guy. Gonna keep on keeping on. I think I mentioned earlier that got a bit of an expense coming up, which isn't the end of the world. It makes a lot of sense, really. If I replace the chain, sprockets, and tires, I likely won't have to worry about tires until I get to Chile, because the tires I've got on, they're going to be the same ones, and I think I've got 8,000 kilometers on them, and they still have enough life. But from my research, finding tires for my bike um, in Central America or even northern South America might be a bit of a challenge. So I think it makes sense just to do all that and then not really have any worries except for oil changes between here and the bottom of South America. So, yeah, here we are. Probably going to go to California tomorrow. Might stay here another day. Kind of have to kill a little time because Friday is the maintenance day. So it's not going to take me very long. I could make the trip there overnight, but maybe tomorrow I'll go to Joshua Tree National Park, spend the night there. That makes it Wednesday, Thursday. So then I'll spend Thursday night somewhere closer to the bike shop. So yeah, kind of the rough plan. And yeah, hope you're all doing well. You know, a lot of people will wonder why I would make a trip like this, like at my age and all that stuff. And I guess, you know, you could probably call it a midlife crisis. What am I trying to do with myself, you know? And it's great on a motorbike because you become incredibly present and you have lots of time to think about that and let the ideas roll into your mind, and you can observe what other people have done, and it's a great way to really figure stuff out. So yeah, I recommend if you're in a similar position to do something similar. It's a great way to think about life. And I guess other little thing that I don't know, I'm a big fan of, if you subject yourself to doing hard things, then great results come from those hard things. So, you know, wild camping, riding a motorcycle, not the easiest thing to do in the world, but you do it and you come into a place like this campground and it just feels so great when you got it. And if you know me, I've subjected myself to a bunch of hard things over the years, like living without running water. And then when you get running water, it's so amazing. You're so much more efficient. So I challenge you, do something a little bit hard, do something outside of your comfort zone. And I'm not saying you have to do it forever, but when you come back to that comfort, watch how much easier and better life is for it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this little tidbit. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a great night. See you next time.